interestingly enough, I was not what you would call an activist during Vietnam. I was a Republican fundamentalist, and I was totally in support. And I started a group in Brighton called Operation Morale. It was a chapter of a group that already was in effect, I think in maybe the eastern part of the country. And Operation Morale was, we did support for the soldiers. And so like every 6-8 weeks, we would have a package mailing, and we would get together. It was, you know, it was a really good experience. And so I was all very pro-war, pro-country, pro-everything at that time. And it was only after that that, you know, I began to have questions. And then I had 2 boys, and those boys were getting older, and I was worried. And he finally could answer my questions. He didn't say that's the way it is. He told me why that was the way it was. And so it was huge. It was just huge. And it led me to this path that I'm still on. I think it was 81. There was a huge, they were going to deploy cruise and Pershing missiles in Europe, and there was a huge outcry against that because, you know, it was pretty soon after the war, and so there was a lot of backlash. And by then, I was a community organizer for the Rochester Peace and Justice Education Center, and organized bus trip to New York. We took 7 buses from Rochester. I made several trips to Washington to protest a lot about Central American policies that we were involved in, and other things. Through Metro Justice and on my own, I've gained enough reputation that I'm often asked to come on my own, and so I do talks, classes, workshops, whatever. Well, of course, being nonviolent, being a pacifist, I don't think we should ever be in war. But that war was, it was a made-up conflict for us, and we had no business being there in the first place. And this idea that we can go in and interfere in other countries' dilemmas and try and bring democracy, it's just, my gospel now is follow the money. And that's what it's all about. And that's what all of it is all about.